O CEO of the universe, help us to say words of truth in the face of the mighty, and to refrain from speaking ill in order to gain the applause of the weak. And do not let us accuse our adversaries of treachery because their opinions oppose ours. O CEO of the universe, should you give us wealth, do not take away our happiness. And should you give us might, do not take away our wisdom. And should you give us success, do not take away our humility. When you give us abundant riches, let us always make money our slave and never our master. Instead of chasing after sustenance, help us to pursue excellence. Help us to chase after our passion, enveloped in the understanding that where passion goes, energy flows. Cause us to be inspired by reading the history of others that will motivate us to write our own history. O CEO of the universe, should you give us modesty, do not take away our dignity. And should you make us successful, do not curse us with arrogance, and neither with despair and hopelessness should we fail. O CEO of the universe, make us persevere in challenging times so that we may live the rest of our lives as champions. Let us see the tests as a bend and not the end, for when we change the way we look at things, the things that we look at will change. Remind us always that failure is the trial that precedes success, that failure is not the opposite of success, but that it is part of it. When we are paralyzed by fear, help us to reverse those negative energies by transforming that fear into hope, and to put fear forever in a museum. Allow us to never to stop trying until we win. O CEO of the universe, should you take away our wealth, do let us keep our hopefulness, and should we fail, do let us keep the power of determination. Remind us that we should never lower our dreams to suit our reality, but inspire us to lift our convictions to match our destiny. O CEO of the universe, should you take away the blessing of good health, do let us keep the blessing of faith. Should we have harmed others, give us the courage to apologize. And should others harm us, do bless us with the courage to forgive. Grant us the persistency to wear off mountains as we journey through life, leveraging the ore from our minds and the currency from our own mints. Grant us a heart that is a magnet for good and is a repository for good, and a heart that is a conduit that reflects your light through. O CEO of the universe, let our prayers always be definitive, deliberate, and intentional, anchored in faith. Help us to be patient, engulfed in the understanding that everything in the universe happens at its appointed time, that you give us what we need and not always what we want. Remind us when our hearts truly believe there is no limit to what you will help us achieve, that is far beyond what our minds can conceive. And should we forget you, dear CEO of the universe, we beg that you should not exclude us from your compassion. Amen.